righty. So let's find a way into standing behind your hammock. Pray your hands. Stack yourself for a moment. Parallel feet. No, yes, find your feet hip width apart, sorry. And then pause for a moment. And then slowly we're gonna find ourselves some L shape hinging at the hips, okay? So take a big inhale. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees. Find your first half lift forward fold. And then pick up your head, ears in line with your arms. Stretch your armpit. Soft bend in the knee. Now can you go forward enough where your hips are above your ankle? And your front ribs are hugging up. Yeah. But your shoulder blade is retract down, pull towards your tailbone. Oh yeah, and then you start to feel your rib cage, armpit area is starting to stretch. So notice no wrinkles in your back or your neck, like tightness. Okay, so gaze forward to the top edge of your mat. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then exhale, round out your spine. Gaze your belly button, soften the knee. Check it out. Then inhale, lengthening again. And exhale, round. Now check for those toe mounds and your big toes. One more lengthening with the inhale. Heart forward. Ooh, exhale, round. Okay, coming back. Lengthening. And then when you're ready, we are going to swing the fingertips to the right side. Hips are even. And lengthening the right side body as well. Palms are hugging up, shoulders and pull away from the ears. Okay, and then you're swing it to the other side. Inhale, lengthen the fingertips forward, create space in the armpit. And exhale to the other side. Hips are even. Okay, inhale and exhale. It's like a little fish coming out of water. Okay, one more inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Back to the center with inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round all the way to standing up. And then exhale here. Okay, now we're gonna face the computer. So Y leg, so we're gonna turn and take the legs Y. And then we're gonna find a Y leg forward fold first. Okay, your feet are parallel. You're gonna turn your right toes out. Heel to heel alignment, right toes out. And then you're gonna pick up your back of your heel, which is your left heel, and spin it out a little bit. And then you're gonna swing your fingertips, your hands above your right foot. So you're staring down to your right big toe. Pin your right butt cheek back. Lift the back of the left thigh, heart forward. Big inhale here. Ears in line with your arms, neutral neck. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Keep pinning your right butt cheek back and then lower the right hand. Peace sign finger to your big toe. Lengthen it. And exhale. All right, now when you're ready, take it back to the center. Both hands into the hammock. Strong legs. And then bring it back to the center. Parallel feet. Heel to heel. And then left heel out. Right heel, pick it up. Spin, take your hand above your left foot, towards your left foot. You're looking down your left big toe. Pin your left butt cheek back. And then can you find your right hip bone coming towards your left big toe? Take a big inhale. Lengthen space in your armpit. Exhale. And then slowly, peace sign finger to your left hand, to your left toes. Lengthen. You know, forward to the edge of your mat. Keep pinning your left butt cheek back. One more inhale and exhale. All right, slowly, both hands back into the hammock. Take it back to the center. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, round it up to standing, and exhale here. Take a moment, check out your shoulder. Front of the shoulder is the same distance as the back of your shoulder. All right, and then when you're ready, we are going to find ourselves torso lift. So let the hammock come back. And then when you're ready, arms reaching up. Bend those elbows and just lean back for a moment. And don't drop the head so fast. I want the hammock kind of supporting your slightly your rib cage, your pectoral area pretty much. Now the back of your neck is long. And then can you find your palms squeezing behind you above your head, and then your ears in line with your arms. Lengthen the back of your neck. Lift, pressing the feet down and lift your hips. Lift your chest up to the strap. And then slowly see you drop. Lift and arch your chest. And then gaze your hand if you want to. If it's too much, then hands to your support your head. I don't like to fold my neck in half, so I always support my head. Big inhale here and exhale. All right, so now we're going to drop your hip. Find yourself chair pose. Just basic chair pose. Come underneath the plumb line and take a moment, set up the hips. Keep pulling the hips underneath your shoulder. Take a moment, soften the ribs down. Belly button towards your lower back. See if you can take the curve out of your lower back. And just let it hang. All right. Still fidgeting, including myself. Big inhale here. Exhale. One more. Keep softening the hips, ribs down. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. So now we are going to hook the legs, crossing over. So lean back. And then just hook. Yeah, I'm going to stretch out this part. And just hug the shin. And just easy. Hug and lift the crown away. And maybe find your gaze to your right shoulder. The long leg, just let it hang. That's okay. On the floor, it's fine. Maybe the right hand can come to your opposite hip. And then find your gaze to your right shoulder for a moment. Settle down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Okay, 2 more inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And finish. All right, we are going to slowly pull up to standing, facing the front edge of your mat, Tadasana. Okay, with the knee hip width. Pause for a moment. Big inhale here. Exhale, zip up the inner thigh. Find your 4 point on your foot. Don't let the big toe keep peeling off the floor. The right foot is active, so you can kick it straight in front of you. Hips are wobbly, that's okay. Keep lengthening. Inhale. Exhale. All right, now when you're ready, unwind. Let's do the other side. Let go of the right hand. Come up, right knee is hooking in. So let's get ourselves some warrior 3-1 first. How about do some warrior 1? Because I think that's a good one for the hip and the belly. So we're gonna underneath the plumb line and take a moment and adjust ourselves. Now the same idea as the standing leg, which is your back foot, right? So you're gonna lift up slightly and your heels is spin in. Now without taking your knee pointing out to the side, both hip bones is facing forward. And then slowly, belly pull in, and you can take the hammock forward by activating the back of your heel, the standing foot. Now I'm not arching and leaning, dumping the belly forward, okay? And then when you're ready, you can take your hand, fingertips climbing up to the strap, and then take your gaze to your thumbnails if you want to. Maybe kick the front leg, the leg in the hammock straight in front of you. Sometimes it gives you a little bit more stability. Keep pinning your right butt cheek back. Okay, one more breath. Inhale, ribs are hugging in and down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And finish. Now notice here, let's come back to standing up first one more time, just because this is just us two. Notice even in a warrior 1, your front side body spilling forward versus think about your back side body is like a bunch of magnets pulling you backwards. It is kind of like the same idea when we come into a warrior 3 shape, right? So this is very similar to that shape right now. So let's do one more time. Hands to your hips. So I'm not like, using the straps. I'm really using this 360 core here, backside. Okay, so when you're ready, leg on the floor is active. Take an inhale and exhale, go slow. Kick the front foot in the front, straight. Pin your right butt cheek back. Now when you gaze up to your thumbnails, let's think about your back rib cage is pulling backward and not dumping forward. Okay, so one more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Okay, slowly come back. Do the other side, swing the legs through, sitting like a swing, and torso lift. Ooh. Chair pose. And then hook the other leg. Come back to your neutral first, softening the ribs in. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're gonna hook the left leg to the right side. The long leg can be on the floor, kind of place it, and then you're gonna just hug, 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 hug. Left hand behind your back to your opposite hip, collarbone wide, shoulder wide. You can take your gaze to your left shoulders, back your neck long. Here we go. Use our 2 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen your rib cage away from the pelvis. Okay, one more inhale. And exhale. Okay, look up, grabbing onto the hammock. Again, standing back up, Tadasana. Knees hip width apart. Here we go. Stand up. I'm gonna find that. Okay, when you're ready, stand up straight, inhale. And then as you exhale, kick the foot in front of you. Pull in the belly, pull in the rib cage. Backside is strong. Keep going tall. Don't let the hips sag out to the right. Are your toes on the floor nice and easy? Where's your 4 point on your right foot? Inhale here. Exhale. All right. So when you're ready, unwind. Left hand and then left knee into the hammock. Take a moment. Find yourself back to your standing underneath your palm line. Hips are even. Okay. And then you're going to take your right toes out a little bit. But the hips bone, both hip bones is facing forward. Okay. So here we go when you're ready. And notice how you move forward without arching your hips. Huh? Here we go. Inhale. Anchor down your foot on the floor and slowly hinge forward. Stretch the front foot in front of you. My hips are neutral. I'm not tilting the pelvis here. Once you get that going, arms reaching up. Once you get that going, gaze to your thumbnails, your fingertips. Keep climbing the fingers up the hammock. Again, notice your backside body magnets pulling you towards the back end of your mat. Soft finger grips on the hammock. One more inhale. Belly button is pulling in to protect your lower back. Inhale here. Exhale. Wobbly. Really zip up your inner thigh towards each other actively. Instead of just relying and hanging out with the hammock around your leg. Can you really zip up your inner thigh? Give a little bit of energy there. Yes. And hey, when you're ready, stand back up tall. Stack your hips above your ankle. And then we are going to get ourselves into hip hang. However you want to get to, go for it. Ooh. And then we're going to just hang here. 5 breaths. Settle down. Okay, nothing more, just 5 full breath here. Because sometimes I think just being quiet and maybe take your heels above your sitting bones. So your choice, however you want to do. And if you start to feel the sensations, so for me, it's like my backside, my hips. So let's settle down. 3 more full breath here. Inhale. Okay, last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Finish your exhale. And then slowly we are going to move. Gonna lower the toes towards the floor. And then you are going to press up halfway onto your toe push-up. And then you're gonna take your legs up, wrap your baby toe mound. Now let's stack up your arm bone joints first. I wanna get a little bit of handstand here. Sometimes I feel I'm so heavy. So let's activate the body a bit. Sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes when the body's super heavy and you're just like, nothing is lifting. So let's kind of go slow. I know this one's like, already. So you're gonna stack up your arm bone joints first. You're gonna wrap your baby toe side. And then you're gonna squeeze the inner thigh and see if you can round out like a cannonball above your hips. Like, oh, let's round it out. Squeeze your knees to your Take a big inhale. Exhale. Keep cannonball style with your legs. One more, inhale and exhale. Okay, undo. Legs in, unwind the legs. And you're gonna go side planking. So we're gonna bring the knees together first, and then bring the right hand underneath your nose, left hand reaching up, and you're gonna turn. Stack up your arm bone joints, and then slip up the legs. Now here, it is the same idea. If you notice yourself is kind of arching in your spine, then you really pretending you're between two panes of glass. So your shoulder, your hip, your ankles is in the same pane. Look down to your hands, stack up your arm bone joints, soft shoulders. You can hold on with the left hand. Maybe the bottom hand is scoot a little bit. And then you stack up your hips. You can point your toes. You can even feet stack. You can look down to your hand. Give yourself one more inhale. Exhale. Now we're gonna bend the bottom knee. Top hand, can you connect to the foot? The top leg straight out of the hip socket, kind of like a dancer pose. All right, so you can kick the foot into the hand. Your gaze is to the hand on the floor, that's fine. Keep kicking. But the top leg is not running forward. Straight out of the hip socket, just the back foot moving. Inhale. Exhale. Zip up your legs, side planking. Back to your basic hip hang. Okay, we are going to grab your right knee, figure four. Left hand, you're gonna find a twist. Left hand, no, let's do no hand first. Let's turn your belly button, turn your rib cage first. Let's turn. You're gonna find a twist. Okay, then the left hand comes to your right thigh. Continue to turn the rib cage, to turn your belly button. Hips are even. Right hand can come across, grabbing onto the hip or not, your choice. Don't let the leg go widely, just kind of maybe like the legs are hip width. Yeah. Okay. One more inhale. And exhale. Okay, now come back to the center. Lower those hands, stabilize yourself a bit. Now we're gonna come back and see if we can find a figure four into a lotus thing. Okay, so we are going to point your right toes, so the ankles is extension, right? Just gonna grab onto the foot, both hands, your right foot, and let's see if you can turn the bottom of your foot towards your rib cage, and then slide the edge of the right foot up to your hip crease. Can you find that? You made it. And the left leg is super strong and long. Now take a moment. See if you can take your right hand, wrap around your back. Can you connect your peace sign finger to your big toes? Can you find that? If not, just any part of your foot if you can manage. Lengthen the crown towards the head and turn your rib cage and turn your belly button. Maybe take a moment, find your left hand to your heart, because when it's twisting and it's weird, awkward shape, we very tense every part of the body. So soften here by placing the hand to your heart and then tell yourself, okay, I need to relax. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale. Okay, one more. And then you finish. Now back to the center. So bring your rib cage back to the center. And the hands on the floor. And then you're going to bend your left foot and see if you can find your left foot pressing into the hammock. All right, so hands are on the floor. So the hands are directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to just walk the hands forward. You're directly underneath your plumb line. Just walking your fingertips towards the back of your head. Now your head is directly dropping down. So see if you could pick up your head, ears in line with your arms. Big inhale through the nose. The hips, don't let it swing to the right, to the left. Can you pin it in the midline? Shoulder blade towards your tailbone. Space in your armpit. One more inhale. Exhale. All right, slowly unwind. Unwind on everything. And just soften. And then we're gonna do side plank on the other side. All right, so we're gonna prop up. Top of push up. You can bend the knees first. We will all be facing away from the computer, that's fine. Left hand on the floor, and then you're gonna turn yourself side planking. And make sure your shoulder, hip, same plane. Extend those legs out. Hug the ribs in. The hips is not behind the shoulder, nor front of the shoulder. All right, so the legs are strong and stabilize yourself here. Arms reaching up. And then when you're ready, the bottom leg, bend the bottom knee. Top leg is kicking straight out of the hip socket, straight line. Top hand connect to the bottom foot. Kick the bottom foot away into the hand. But the top leg is still between the two panes of glass. Okay. 2 breaths. Soften the joints on the elbow on the floor. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Zipping the legs back up, side plank. Ribs the belly in. Back to your basic hip hang. Ooh. And then even hip across. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, figure 4. Left leg. Bend the left knee. Even it up first. No hands. We are going to just turn the belly button. Maybe the hands can be in front of your heart center. Just turn the belly button to turn that rib cage. And then the right hand to the left thigh. Give a little help. Left hand comes behind to the other hip. Keep turning. 2 full breath. Inhale. Exhale. The last one. And finish. Back to the basic. Ooh. So we all, the chest is facing the center. You're gonna point your left toes. And you're going to slide the outer edge of the left foot up to the right hip crease. Ooh. See if you can manage that. All right. If you feel it in your hips crease already, kind of soften it up a little bit before you move on. Now the left hand comes behind your back. Let's see if you grab your big toe. Peace sign finger to your big toe. And then turn. Turn the rib cage. All right, 1 more inhale. Exhale. Okay, undo. Keep the half lotus foot into the hip crease, and then you're gonna bend your right knee. Find your right foot stepping into the hammock. You're back to the center line. Hands on the floor underneath your shoulders. You can just walk your hands to the back, your fingers, sorry. Walk your fingertips slightly to the back of your head. Once you're here, ears in line with your arms. You're gonna pick up your head, ears in line with your arms. Now see, make sure you don't tilt and arch your lower back and tilt your pelvis. The pelvis is just neutral. Even the ribs maybe start to flare, and then you just slightly hug it in. Give yourself 2 good breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, one more. Exhale. Okay, soften the hands. Coming back to the plumb line. And then undo those legs. Ooh. Take it up in the sky if you need to. My left hip crease is killing. So notice sensations. Back to your basic hip hang. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, slowly we're gonna find our way out of here. So you can somersault, you can walk it. I'm gonna walk it. Hands. And slowly. Facing our starting point again. Now I turn backwards. All right. Then we can just find your legs in the hammock module. Nothing fancy. Let's do the right leg first, okay? So set up your Tadasana standing. And we are going to, oh, I'm going to do the ankles too. Okay, so let's do the legs first. So our rotation, we're going to take it back to the back. And just take it to the back already. All right, so bend the knee. And then we are going to come onto the belly. Hands down by your side. Now pause here for a moment because the right leg is lifting right now. And sometimes we don't lift evenly. Maybe like the inseams is pulling away. Can you lift the inside, even though your foot is in the hammock? You also think about your leg evenness to the inseams and the outseams of the leg. So instead of just kind of let the hammock do the work, you almost have to mindfully engage with some leg muscle here. So your adductors, which is the inseams of your legs, are pulling evenly upward, just like the outer legs, outer seams of the legs, yeah? Okay, so stay here. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Okay, now slowly we are going to do the other leg first because this is kind of passive. So let's go get through the passive stuff first. So slowly, you're gonna find both arms railroad tracks in front of you. Okay, you're gonna tuck the left toes and you're gonna lift up first, pull your hammock in, and then switch legs. And then coming back onto the belly one more time. Notice maybe this side, your inseams and outseams are nice and even. And because you don't have a mirror in front of you, I want you to just think about your second and third toe to the back of your heel, to the back of your sitting bone. So the leg is not randomly being lifted by the hammock. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Okay, 1 more. And exhale. All right, now we're gonna slowly coming back, switching legs. So let's activate ourselves a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna tuck your toes, find your way into your kneeling, back onto your hands, tabletop knee. Okay, now once you're here, right now the backside is a little bit saggy, so let's pull it all up. Okay, you're gonna tuck the right toes down. You're gonna lift, and you're gonna find yourself into a three-legged dog first. You're gonna pull the hammock down with your left ankle. And then you're gonna shift forward, stack up your arm bone joint. So then the right leg can come off the floor. Look forward, lift the right leg up. You'll see your backside is already immediately lifting. Inhale, exhale. Lower the right foot down, press back. Three-legged dog, extend the left leg straight back. Okay, so let's do 1 more round. Hips are even here, because even here, the hips needs to tend to zigzag a lot. Especially with the aerial hammock, right? So now I'm like evenly as possible. So pressing down, hands telescoping into the floor. Okay, so create some space in your armpit. Okay, when you're ready, you're gonna pull the hammock down with the left ankle. Activate that. Shift yourself forward. And then slowly right tippy toe off the floor. Look forward, hard forward, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, keep lifting the back side, the long side body. Exhale. Lower the right leg. Press back, three-legged dog. Okay, now we're gonna switch leg. So you're gonna come back and switch. Lift the back side, push the ankle into the hammock, right? And then you're gonna find yourself into three-legged dog first on the other side, right here. Set it up. Right foot into the hammock. Even hips. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, start pulling the hammock with the right ankle. Shift forward. Now you come onto your left toe mount. The arm bone joints is essentially stacked, and then the left leg can flow up. Look forward, heart forward. It's like a straight line behind you. Inhale here. Exhale. Make sure the hips doesn't zigzag left and right, right? The hips are super even. 1 more even. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the left leg, foot. Extend the right leg, press back. Three-legged dog. 1 breath here, inhale. Exhale. Okay, 1 more round. Pull the hammock down with the right leg so the ankles is pressing in. Shift forward. Flow up the left leg. Look for her forward. Inhale. Even hips across. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Lower the left foot. Press back. And then we are going to back onto the knee. Press back here. And then take a break. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Yeah, press back. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we're gonna do our little mountain climber. So you're gonna come back onto your tabletop hands. So the mountain climber with the leg in the hammock is the same idea, almost the same idea as like the warrior 3. Because right now we just let the hammock kind of hang on by the ankles, and the entire body, the backside body just kind of like whatever. There's no energy pulling us back up, right? So you're gonna dome it up, press it all back up. Now before we go, I always use the foot on the floor to give myself a little bit of leverage. So I'm gonna press up first. I'm halfway there, right? You're gonna pull in the hammock. Backside body's already lifting, meaning your upper back, your bum, and the back of the leg. So then you can lift, right? Okay, now can you find it soften, even? Okay, so when you're ready, you're gonna switch, inhale, and exhale, switch. So the backside is really lifting. Look for her forward, inhale, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale, switch. One more, inhale. Legs are strong, and exhale. Last one. Even hips, and switch. Okay, now switch, and switch the legs. Take the right leg back out, and press back. Resting on your right knee on the floor, left leg in the hammock. Let's do 2 breaths here to calm down the heart rate. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Ready on the other side. Yeah, notice here, body's passive, not much activation on your backside body. So we are going to come back to your tabletop. Take a moment to activate the backside body. So instead of just sagging, I'm gonna lift. Lift the backside from the back of the heel to your back of the butt, to the back of your torso, even the back of your head lifting. Okay, tuck your right toes down, press back to your 3-legged dog first. See, I'm already up, yeah? Okay, so pull your left knee in with the ankle. And see, you can slowly shift forward and then flow. Inhale, exhale, switch. Even hips, look forward. Inhale. Ooh, my hips is, owie, lift. One more, inhale, switch. And exhale, switch. Yeah. All right, do one more round on your own. And we are all going to come back on the right knee. Yeah. Inhale here. Exhale. So let's test the Warrior 3. When you're ready, let's do the other leg first. So I'm going to switch leg again with the right leg in the hammock. Foot on the floor, and then find it into the runner's lunge. Hands on the block. Now notice here, because immediately once we get the hands on the block, it's kind of like, oh, thank you, thank you. You see how your hands are super heavy right now on the block? No engagement in the backside. Now take a moment. Lift the backside. Yes, so lift the back of the leg, lift the back of the ribs, lift the back of the head. Then your fingertips can come light on the mat, on the block. Crown reaching forward, maybe one hand at a time off the block. Okay, but if those hands off the block and you are just uneven hip, then forget it. Come back down. Let's try again. Light fingertips. Some days you have it and some days you don't. But just notice where you're distributing the weight. Okay? One more, inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands back onto the block and onto the floor. And switch leg on the other side. Now let's test the other side. And even once you switch legs, just notice that. Like, let's say if you don't give yourself the block, now you really got to work. So can I come high on my fingertips? Ooh, maybe this side I'm a little bit better. I don't know, right? So whatever you do, your backside is lifting, your rib cage, the back ribs are lifting, back of your head lifting. Fingertips light, keep lifting, lift, 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 lift. Hands off the floor, hands off the block. 2 breath, inhale. And exhale. One more, let's see. Yeah. Okay, slowly. Let's see you can stand up, swing the left leg back out in front. Whew. And then coming back. Plumb line. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna find ourselves our favorite part, back straddle. Pause for a moment, and then find your way into back straddle. Here we go. Okay, there you go. Soft, 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 soft. Even hips. Okay, we're all gonna take a moment, 5 full breath here. Inhale. And then just release the back side. Wherever the hammock's hugging you, take a moment, release that. Okay, one more breath here in your basic back straddle. Inhale. And exhale. Look at those toes. If you feel you kind of numbing above you, you know. All right, you just find pigeon. So let's do the left side first. You kick the left leg out. You can pause here before you take the leg back. Yeah, kind of like a kung fu kick style. Right, even here, can you find your, let's see, your heel, your calf, the back of your knee, up to the ceiling. Toes turn back to your shin. There's no other pose upright can give you this shape. So enjoy that. All right, and then you're gonna bend the knee. Let that leg rotate. You should feel it in the hip socket. Instead of like here and call it a day. It's still too high. You didn't have a full rotation yet. Right? Okay, so you want a full rotation, continue to drop. Drop, drop, drop. And I'm just gonna hang out here. Nothing fancy. I'm just gonna hang out. When we do aerial yoga classes so much, we take this shape for granted. No, we don't have it. Oh, I missed that shape. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Now slowly see if you can point your left toes behind you and lift your foot to the same, the ankle is the same height as your hips. So not overlifting like too high, but kind of think about it and then find the foot same height as your hips. Now more inseam, outseam leg evenness. So the leg might like rotate outward and your toes are pointing at the ankle. And you find the very top of your foot facing upward. Yes, I'm not arching a lot of things. The torso is naturally dropped, however it is for you. Arms open wide. Yep. Behind you, interlace. Squeeze the palm and wrists the same height as your shoulders. Soften the face. Shoulders are even across. 2 breath, inhale. Exhale. Yeah, so the foot behind you is not just dangling, like lift. One more. And exhale. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, soften everything. Bring it back to the front. Ouch. Oh, go slow. Back to basic. Back straddle first. Okay. When you're even and neutral, you go to the other side, switch, right foot out. And again, give a little bit of energy through the heel, the long leg. Yeah. Through the heel, in heel, calf. That straight line, the back of your leg, straight line of energy pointing up to the ceiling. Toes turn back to your shin. Your left toes, the toes I'm wiggling, is nice and soft. So it's like kind of yin and yang on the other, on this body going on, right? Okay, when you're ready, bend the right knee, rotate, feel it in the hip socket, go slow. And just let it hang. On a long exhale off your breath. The front foot is nice and relaxed. Toes are relaxed. Okay, once you're ready, you're gonna point your toes. You're gonna see if you can lift your ankle and your foot. Same height as your hips, kind of like a pigeon. You have time to find it. I mean, even if you don't have a mirror, it's fine. You have a screen if you see yourself. But the idea is to really learn to think about your body parts in space. Okay, and then slowly interlace behind your back, your hand, and then shoot. Fist, wrist, elbow, shoulder, same height. Now the leg might be out to the side. Can you kind of bring it back to the midline? Bring it back to the midline. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Okay, one more. And finish. Okay, slowly undo. Bring it back to the front. Basic back straddle. And then slowly we are going to exit. Okay. Go slow. Many ways to exit, however you like. Since we are not in class, so do whatever works. All right. Pause for a moment as soon as you land on your feet before popping out too soon. All right, and then slowly standing back up. Okay. Just even like notice here, right? Notice the sensations in the hips. Pause for a moment. Let's see, I can't see the clock. Okay. Now once you're here, we are going to do the last part, which is the ankles. I like to do some ankles. Let's open up the ankles too. All right, so we are going to find your right ankle back into the hammock. And you're gonna find the X across the strap. And then you're going to just come onto your back, okay? So bend the knees a lot. And step forward and just find the ankle. Yeah. Then slowly, you're gonna lower onto your back. Even out a bit first. Okay, we're gonna get on to the belly. Okay, so there's a big old X on the ankles in front of your foot. So we're just gonna roll to the left side and then use your legs, whatever you need to do. Find your way onto the belly. And then we're just gonna hang out here. One hand on top of the other. Back of your neck is neutral. And then just kind of let your toes relax and let the hammock squeeze around the ankle. And again, do your best to find your heel lining up with your sitting bone. Yeah, just let the toes naturally point away from the shin bone, it's fine. So one more breath, inhale. And exhale. Okay, slowly you're gonna point your toes and just slide the foot out of the hammock. Ooh. Bring your forehead onto your hands, the back of your hand, and just kind of notice. All that blood rush back to the ankle. Okay, now find your way back to standing up. You get a vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale to child's pose. Ooh. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. And then walk your hands to your feet. And then roll up. And then exhale here. I'm laughing because I'm supposed to go out to another outdoor activity. I don't know how much energy I can put out there. Anyway, so the other foot now. Okay, so before you step up, make sure you're in good Tadasana. Stand is the left ankle in. Oh. Take a moment, stand up properly first, grabbing the straps. Create this big X in front of you, big step forward, and then lower onto your back. Bend those knees and lower down. Take your time. Yeah, we are on your backside first. We'll just pause before we keep on moving. Hips are even. Okay, slowly find your way onto your belly. Hands, legs, toes, elbows, whatever you need to do. Find it, and then slowly lower onto your belly. And then just let, again, naturally, let the toes point away from your shin bone. Now this leg will definitely outward rotation. Definitely. See if you can turn your second and third toe towards the floor. So the inseams and the out seams of your leg is evenly lifting away. If you just let the hammock do the work, the leg tend to be outward rotate. 3 full breath here, inhale. Exhale. Two more good breath, inhale. Exhale. And then last one. And then we finish. And slowly see if you can lower the leg onto the floor. Oh. Forehead on the back of your hand. Set yourself up one more time. The legs are nice and line. Find that line of your legs behind you. Okay. Then when you're ready, we just roll onto a back. And then let's do 5 breaths of Savasana here. Okay? Nothing strenuous, just basic Savasana. And then you're just gonna be on your back side. Like that. As neutral shoulder blade across, hips. Extend those legs, toes turn out. And hands out. Shoulders release down. Mindful breath here. Exhale first. Inhale, filling your rib cage, expand it outward evenly. And exhale, soften all in, nice and even. Okay. Look at those toes. Yeah. Then slowly find a way back to our sitting upright. Do some pelvis tilt. And then slowly find your way up. Press up. And sit right. Stack properly. Yeah, because sometimes even when we sit upright, naturally, whatever, we just kind of, okay, we're sitting upright, but are you even on your base? Yeah, because sometimes I notice like, oh, I'm tilting, leaning forward, tilting my pelvis, all that stuff. So adjust. You always kind of come back to the alignment template. Okay, when you're ready, hands in front of your heart center. Lift your sternum up to your thumbnail and then kind of lift the collarbone away and wide, but not super tight in your backside. Even distance between the front of the shoulder head and the back of your shoulder head. Let's find that. Okay. One breath. Exhale. Let's touch that rainbow with a unicorn. Inhale. And you touch all the way to the red, which is the top color of the rainbow arch. Okay, let's absorb all those colors. Yeah, and then exhale. Funny how all those colors are the same chakra center line used to identify in the human energy. Let's think about that. Okay, I'm ready. Open up those eyes. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Stay cool. Have a good Sunday and a Labor Day weekend. Yay. Cool. Thanks, Ross.
Yeah, thanks. It's my favorite class.
Huh?
Well, the aerial's my favorite class. I feel like I get.
Yeah, it's not the same. I know what you mean.